Hey folks, it's November 22nd. My name is James. I'm the president of the Edmonton Local of the Canadian Union of Postal Workers, and it's a beautiful day today. So there's some good news. The negotiating team for us, the Canadian Union of Postal Workers, and Canada Post have come to an agreement in principles. Well, what does that mean? Now, I'm bound to get some of this wrong because I've never done this before. We've never been here in the terms that I have been at Canada Post. We have never had a negotiated agreement, but I'm going to do my best to provide you with the information that you guys need. So, the basic idea here is that we have come to an agreement about the major aspects of the contract in principle. So, we've agreed to a bunch of terms, but we have not finalized the details. That's what comes next. So we've signed off and said, yes, our negotiating team agrees in principle with these items. Since we've signed off on that, all of our strike actions have been suspended voluntarily, and the corporation has suspended voluntarily its ability to lock us out. The contract is in full effect. The existing contract is in full effect. Okay? Now what starts is going beyond the principles part, where we have to sit down and hammer out the language, the legal language that is going to be used in the contract. This part is important. So the difference between shall and may, right? They shall means that they shall do something every single time. They must do it. May means it's a decision that they can make. So those two little words are a big deal legally, so we need to be very cautious in this stage. And that's probably why they haven't released a lot of details. Because let's just say that the language says that they shall give you a raise, and then somehow it gets negotiated to they may give you a raise. That's a different thing, right? So they're holding off on telling us a lot of details. And I find that both disappointing and understandable at the same time. I want to know more details. Look, we've been doing this for 2 years, right? We've been on strike for a year, as of 7 days ago. So we need for this to be resolved. And I think all of us would like that to happen. Stability is key in the business world, and if we're stable, we'll be doing a lot more work. You can just see that over the last 2 years, Canada Post has been telling their customers to bugger off and use other services, and they have, right? So here we are, right? But getting a little stability would be great. Going into the Christmas season, it would be better if we had a contract. I don't know any of the details. Those will come out when they come out. But for now, we got to have a little celebration. Like, we didn't win, but we're at a point now where we're actually moving forward. And I think it's important to celebrate the little things. We're not particularly good at that at CUPW. We don't celebrate a lot of our victories, let alone the little ones, and I think we should change that. So, I was trying to think of an appropriate sports analogy, but I really can't think of one. Unfortunately, in a historical sample, all I can think of is that we've come to a truce or an armistice, and that we're now not openly fighting. We are actually doing the negotiating, the work we've been wanting to do for 2 years. So we need to celebrate that little victory. You've stood tall, you've been strong, you've shown your power, and here we are. We haven't been legislated back to work. We haven't been forced into a contract we don't want. Hopefully we can come to a reasonable negotiated agreement. It doesn't matter either way. Whatever the conditions are, you're going to get to vote on it. Of course, there is the possibility that truces do break down and we could retrieve our right to strike and Canada Post could retrieve their right to lock us out. But at this moment, I think we should be happy. We should be celebrating it, because at this moment you can go to work knowing that you're not going to walk out on Monday morning, that you're not going to have to disrupt our customers in ways that they don't want in order to make your point with the company. So if you drink, have a drink tonight. If you don't, do whatever else you need to celebrate. I personally don't really drink too much, but have a good time. Enjoy it. Sometimes it might be short lasting, but this could also be the beginning of a solid contract. But there is the reason why our motto is the struggle continues. And that's because the struggle of workers against the bosses is never over. All right? You guys have a great day.